All right, people, welcome back to the Seven Mitchell podcast. Seven Mitchell in the building. Miss J is in the building. Salute to the battle rap community. Got a special guest with us this afternoon, man. My brother, founder, host of the Top Tier Podcast, one of the prestigious analysts in female battle rap as a whole, but especially in female battle rap. That's what we're going to be locking in today, man. I'm talking about my brother, Ledge, from Top Tier Podcast. Ledge, what's popping, bro?
Hey man, what's going on? Blessed and honored to be here. Love what you're doing in your content. So, just blessed, man. Really appreciate it.
Man, appreciate you, man. I had to get you on, man. I got the new podcast going on, so I said, I got to tap into the ladies. They got some things going on in the culture. And, you've been frontlining this shit with me and a couple other people when it comes to media outlets in female battle rap. So, again, man, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. The women have been, putting on for the last few years, man. They had a little streak where it wasn't looking too well, but these past two years, man, it's been great to see the women. They begin their much deserved respect finally. So yeah, I'm all for it.
That's a fact. Well, let's get right into it, man. I want to start off with this tournament we got going down with the URL Ultimate Madness 3 tournament, and it was announced this is the first time we got females in this type of environment for the URL tournament. What was your initial reaction, Ledge, when you found out females was involved in this tournament?
Honestly, it was finally. I felt like the year that the women had might have been last year or the year before. I felt like they was much deserving to be on the first installment of Ultimate Madness. The second one came around, I was fighting for some ladies as well, so it's good to see. I think maybe the results of King versus Queens might have led to this decision. Finally, seeing that the women was able to hold their own. It was, I believe, the scores were like 3-2 both times, and some could argue that the women might have won both of those. I'm one who thought the women got the guys in those Kings versus Queens. I thought Coffee got T-Top. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, it took those type of events to see that the women can rock so they can finally get on here. But I thought it was long overdue. They deserve it for sure.
Word. Now, Miss J, there's a whole shitload of females we really could have threw in this tournament. But we do have Yoshi, Official, and KCJ. Do you feel like the league got it right with getting those three in there?
I think with Official, yeah. Now, this is my thing. I would have thought Vixen possibly would have been in it, saying that she got Woman of the Year. Okay. But maybe Vixen's busy, so maybe that's why Vixen's not in it. But I would have thought you would have went Official, Vixen, and then the third really could have been anybody. It could have been Casey. It could have been First Lady Flames. Because, you got a top tier. You got Vixen making her name. And then the third person could have been a newer name that's making a name. So, I'm not mad at who they picked. But I would have thought Vixen might have been in it, possibly.
So let me ask you, are you saying that Yoshi G should not be on here compared to Vixen?
If we're comparing like years, Vixen had what? How many battles last year? One, but she beat DNA, so that put her. Everybody talking about. Yoshi beat Tori, which is still a good win, but it wasn't as talked about. But Yoshi promotes herself anyway, so we still was talking about Yoshi. I think Yoshi just does a great job of promoting herself. I think that helped Yoshi get in the tournament. The win plus her promotion of herself.
Well, that all equals up the star quality to me. If you got wins and you got big wins and you can market and promote yourself, something that even some of the household names are having an issue with, that's total star quality to me.
Yeah. So you pretty much represented all the categories. Yoshi's your newer person making the name. KCJ is in between, making her name and moving up, and then Official's top 10.
Now let's talk reality a little bit. Ledge, realistically, bro, can one of these three ladies win this whole damn thing?
Yeah, realistically, absolutely. Because I feel like their chances could be as strong as, let's say, Holmesy's. When you look at, a lot of people had him going out in the first round. So I believe his first matchup was the Saga. When the Saga was on this run and had this amazing battle with B Dot. Right. So a lot of people thought, Holmesy was out of there early. So if he could win it, I think there's women such as Official, who can make a run. I've seen even on Caffeine, she's favored to beat Cortez in the first round. So, she can definitely put a streak together. It's all about her locking in. To be honest, I've seen, her recent performances, whether she's won or lost, she hasn't been the deadly Official I'm used to seeing.
Right.
So maybe this can get her back in that zone where she locking all the way in. As for Yoshi, it all depends on the judges. I feel like her style, her brand is very preference based. So depending on who the judges are, and that's probably the key to all this really is certain judges got certain things they like and don't like and won't really waver no matter what. Right. So it kind of depends on who the judges are for Yoshi. And for as far as Casey, I think she could, but she got to get a little more I guess just a little more direct and a little more aggressive, because when she goes against anybody with a little bit of aggression that can really get loud, you can kind of see the difference in what she does and what they do. So I think the favorite would probably be Official out of those three, though.
This is the Seven Mitchell podcast, man. We're talking about Ultimate Madness 3. We got the ladies involved. We got Ledge in the building, Miss J in the building. Ledge, now you had mentioned earlier about you felt like the momentum from the Queens versus Kings project kind of helped bring to light females into this Ultimate Madness tournament. Mm-hmm. What do you think the chances are, the impact that these girls have in this tournament, maybe develop an all-female tournament? Because that's something people have been asking for about a year now, to see this type of environment with all females. Do you think that their activity in this tournament could play a role in us seeing something like that for the females in the future?
That's a good question. I really think so, but I also feel like it should have happened before this tournament, and I feel like maybe they were thinking about it, because I do recall seeing the flyers with Debo and Queen of the Ring with a tournament with the pink cover,
Sweet 16 tournament, yeah, for
Sweet
25,000.
Yeah, man, I seen that. I was like, okay, I was with it, giving my perspective on it and all that, and then he comes up and says it was just an idea.
Yeah, damn you, Debo.
Yeah, donations from the people, and I'm like, oh, what are we doing here? So I think they want to do one. I think they're working on it. I think it makes sense. There's so many talented women out here right now that they can do a similar, pretty much like any other tournament where you have your top tiers, you have your maybe your mid tiers that be overlooked, and then you have some people that are on the come up and just have a really good mix. And I'll be tuned in for it whenever it does happen, for sure.
Miss J, can one of these females realistically win this $100,000 tournament in your opinion?
Yes. I think official can do it. It's just the fact of she gotta pace herself with the rapper. She gotta have her breath control together and just lock in. Like Ledge said, her recent performances, they've been good, but it's like, I'm ready to see her be deadly. Like, going there, no stumbling, no breathing hard, just getting there and just rap.
I got Official losing the first round, right? I got her losing to Cortez out the gate.
I mean, it's possible. And this is the thing. A lot of people have Official as she's just going to just easily go through. That's not the case. Like, we're not gonna put Cortez down. Like, Cortez don't rap. People might not like Cortez, they might like his style, but Cortez can rap. So it's all about who gonna have the better writtens that day, who gonna get out there and perform it and have a clean performance, no stumbles, no nothing. She could quite possibly lose to Cortez.
Do you think
being the favorite?
Do you think that these girls' performances could play a role in an all-female tournament?
Definitely. If all three, say, I'm knock on wood, say all three of them go out in the first round, that would definitely cut the conversation for all female.
That would be devastating. That would be devastating. That's a fact.
I don't predict that, but I'm just saying if the unfortunate were to happen, if I have to pick out of all three of them who I think is going the furthest, I would go official. Maybe KCJ. Because Yoshi's really a wild card. Like you said, the judges really play the part in that one. I like Yoshi. Like, the more I've watched her recently, I've gotten into her and her style. So, like, Yoshi really is a wild card out the women. Like,
all three of these girls, to me, have real tough opponents coming out the gate in this tournament. You got Casey, got New Jersey Twerk. We got Cortez and Official, and then, of course, Drugs versus Yoshi. Depending on how these ladies finish this first round could really set the tone for everything, because they not playing in warm water to start. They jumping into the fire with some heavyweights.
They did that on purpose. You're not going to tell me you didn't give Casey J, New Jersey Twerk, on purpose to see if she's going to level up to, like, her writing and, like, really be locked in. Because she knows she just can't go in there and just and play with New Jersey Twerk. You switch some of these matchups really on purpose. But I like it.
Let's spin the block.
Don't let me down, ladies. Don't let me down.